Hi everybody, it's Miss Brenner. I'm here with your Week 2 agenda for science fiction. Every week I post this and I just want to update you as far as what our new assignments are for Week 2. So as said before, our first step is to watch this video so that way we know what assignments are due throughout the week, and the second step is to complete all activities for the week. The assignments open at 8 a.m. on Monday each week, and the agenda is also posted at that time. Now I understand that this week we have a holiday at the beginning of the week, and therefore if you are physically here at school or on hybrid, you are not going to be logging on or here on the 7th. So these items will be available that you can see them, but we won't actually start using them until the 8th. As far as the grading policy, as it was already stated, all grades will be recorded in Schoology and transferred to home access. Students are required to complete weekly assignments in accordance with the Manheim Central School District grading policy. Completed assignments will be recorded in the appropriate grade in the gradebook. Unsuccessfully completed or ungraded assignments will be recorded in the gradebook as follows. EX stands for excused, I stands for incomplete, NS stands for not submitted, and NG stands for not yet graded. Our Week 2 expectations is that we're going to start introducing Shakespeare's background and the language of the Shakespearean era. We're going to be covering historical events, setting of our play that we're going to be covering, character background, and author's purpose. Students will know the background of Shakespeare, the elements of Shakespearean language, the mythology of Hippolyta and Theseus, and students will also be able to reference Shakespeare and his life, use the information of Hippolyta and Theseus to support their understanding of the play, and demonstrate elements of foreshadowing. So, our essential questions then are, who was William Shakespeare? Why are his plays and other pieces of literature still relevant today? How do other stories find their way into Midsummer Night's Dream? Midsummer Night's Dream is the play that we're covering. Alrighty. So Activity 1 is going to be a Shakespearean web quest. This is going to be located in the Activity 1 and 2 folder under Week 2. Part 1 of the Activity 1 and 2 folder is to complete the Shakespeare web quest parts 1, 2, and 3. You're going to use the web links that are in a PDF file linked under the Activity 1 and 2 folder. And then you also have a video, which is Shakespeare in the Modern World. For the second part in the Activity 1 and 2 folder, for Activity 2, we're going to be finishing up the Shakespeare web quest, which is parts 4 through 5. You're going to use the web links that are in the Activity 1 and 2 folder. And the video that you'll be watching is the history of Shakespeare. Now, with web quests, oftentimes students tell me that they are easily frustrated by the fact that you do have to dig a little bit for the information. However, I do want to point out that I'm here to assist you if you need any assistance. The web links take you directly to the web page that you do need. And if for any reason, I highly recommend if you use Control F, it allows you to search for questions or information that should be found on the page, and it should assist you in that manner. If for any reason at any time you become frustrated or need assistance, please don't hesitate to ask me. I already know all the answers to the web quest, and I would be more than happy to help you. Alright, on Wednesdays we are asynchronous, and since we start school this next week on a Tuesday, immediately we go into our Wednesday asynchronous assignments. For creative writing, our options are, for this week, oh man, I keep messing this up and putting May there. In September. Oh my goodness. Anyway, research and inform about national holidays in September, not September. How did the holiday come to be and how do we celebrate? This is going to become a running joke. Write a thank you note to a friend, family member, or other who has impacted your life for the better. You can document an imaginary species that you have just discovered. What is the creature's physical attributes and behavior mentality? What is your greatest achievement in your life? How did you overcome obstacles to achieve this goal? So those are our 4 different options for creative writing this week. Activity 3 is Theseus and Hippolyta. We are going to be focusing on these 2 characters that are central to our play that we are going to be covering by Shakespeare. For Activity 3, we have 2 ed puzzles, one that is on Theseus and one that is on Hippolyta. And we also have 2 articles for you to read. That one is on Theseus and one is on Hippolyta. You must complete all of those along with this discussion post for Activity 3. Who is a better ruler, Theseus or Hippolyta? In the Activity 3 discussion, use evidence from the readings and end puzzles to support your reasoning as to who you believe is a better ruler. Activity 4 is our creative discussion for the week that focuses on the lifestyle and possible marriage of Theseus and Hippolyta. This isn't going to be much of a spoiler in the play, so just a heads up. Theseus and Hippolyta will be getting married, and if they were to have offspring, as you would expect from a king and a queen, that they would most likely have a prince or a princess, I want you guys to envision and describe for the class what you think their offspring would be like. So some questions that you have to answer in your post describing this character that you're creating. Are you envisioning a prince or a princess? Who would they take after? Would they be more like Hippolyta or Theseus? What personality traits do you envision for this character? Where would they live? In what kingdom would they be preparing to rule? So would they end up living, would the couple stay together? Would they break apart? Would the child go and live with Hippolyta or with Theseus? Trying to think this stuff through. What skills would they have? Physical attributes, mental abilities, otherworldly powers possibly, depending upon your opinion about those characters. What language would they speak? So after you do your reading and research, you might gather that there's some different cultures colliding here. What connections would they have with their parents or family? Would they even like their parents? It's a really interesting concept. All right. Respond to at least one other student's discussion post. You're going to reflect on the similarities and differences between your created character and theirs. So we're going to compare what comes to mind for us when we see these 2 worlds colliding and we create our own character. Alrighty. And then lastly is Activity 5, which is our silent reading. We read for 150 minutes throughout the week, every week. And our discussion post for this week is, what elements of your reading can you relate to current events or social movements happening within our society? You're going to comment on one other student's discussion post about what they are currently reading. Always we have review resources for science fiction. If you should feel that you need extra support in language arts, we have vocabulary.com and we also have IXL. IXL you can connect through Clever. Our nonfiction resources are listed here and are available on Schoology. So as we go to our Schoology page and we go under week 2, we can see that activity 1 and 2 are listed here with our Shakespearean web quest, our videos, and our links. Under Wednesday, we can see our creative writing. Under Activity 3, we can see our ed puzzles for Theseus and Hippolyta, along with who is the better ruler discussion. Activity 4 contains our creative discussion about the offspring of Theseus and Hippolyta, along with a rubric to help guide you through the creation of this post. And there is our silent reading discussion post for next week, along with our review resources. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask me. You can send me an email, ask me in person, or ask me over Zoom. I hope that you guys have a wonderful day, and I can't wait till I get to see you again. Bye.